Genuinely the weirdest game of basketball I have seen in my entire life. And it was the Laces against the Rose.
In a thrilling and somewhat bizarre matchup in the new unrivaled 3-on-3 basketball league, Sport Pulse brings you the breakdown of an unforgettable game between the undefeated Laces Basketball Club and the Rose Basketball Club. This game had it all: jaw-dropping plays, questionable coaching decisions.
Rare missed layup by Tiffany Hayes. Angel tries to say, ball don't lie. Driving the other way, and Martin got a piece of Reese.
And a rivalry that left fans buzzing. Let's dive into the details of this wild contest and unpack the drama that unfolded on the court, from underdogs to top dogs. The Laces came into this game with a perfect 3-0 record, and they were determined to prove they were no fluke. Despite losing 2 star players, Alyssa Thomas and Jackie Young, to injuries, the Laces have been nothing short of dominant. Led by Kate Martin, Kayla McBride, Tiffany Hayes, and Stephanie Dolson, this team has shown that chemistry and teamwork can overcome even the toughest challenges.
Including teams here in Miami so far, and 2 stout defensive clubs. 3-0 Laces, 1-2 Rose, fresh off its first victory of this.
What makes the Laces so dangerous? For starters, they lead the league in rebounds, assists, steals, and point differential. They also commit the fewest turnovers and fouls, which speaks volumes about their discipline and basketball IQ. Coach Andrew Wade has built a well-oiled machine that thrives on unselfish play and relentless defense. In their previous game against the Vinyl, McBride hit the game-winning shot, and both she and Hayes scored over 20 points. The entire team is averaging double digits in scoring, which is a testament to their balanced attack. The Laces are playing chess while other teams are still figuring out how to set up the board. On the other side of the court, the Rose Basketball Club entered the game with a 1-2 fresh off their first win of the season. Lexi Hull, the breakout star of their last game, dropped 19 points in just 10 minutes to lead them to victory. However, in this matchup against the Laces, Hull's playing time was drastically reduced, leaving fans and analysts scratching their heads. Up until late in the third quarter, Hull had only played 3 minutes. Yes, 3 minutes. This decision by Coach Nola Henry was baffling, especially considering Hull's recent performance. It's like having a Ferrari in your garage and choosing to ride a bicycle instead.
This is awfully impressive start. They shoot the ball well. They boast the top scoring defense.
The Rose struggled to find their rhythm without Hull's firepower, and it showed on the scoreboard. One of the most talked about moments of the game came when Kate Martin sent Angel Reese's shot flying into the stands. Reese, known for her confidence and swagger, went up for what she thought was an easy layup. But Martin had other plans. This wasn't just a block, it was a statement. For those who remember the national championship game between LSU and Iowa, where Reese's LSU team defeated Martin and Caitlin Clark's Iowa squad, this block felt like a bit of poetic justice. Martin's rejection of Reese's shot was a reminder that she's not the same player Reese faced back then. It was a momentum-shifting play that energized the Laces and left Reese visibly frustrated. Speaking of Reese, this game was a tough one for the self-proclaimed star. She fouled out in the fourth quarter, marking the second time this season she's been benched due to foul trouble. Reese started strong, scoring 4 points in the first 4 minutes.
Just a high IQ group, but the Laces came in excellent shape. Andrew Wade's club has collectively played 350 more professional.
But as the fouls piled up, her confidence seemed to wane. By the third quarter, Reese was playing tentatively as if she were walking on eggshells. In the fourth quarter, she picked up her 6th foul and was forced to watch the rest of the game from the bench. This performance has raised questions about her ability to lead the Rose and whether she can live up to the hype. While Reese struggled, Lexi Hull continued to shine in the limited minutes she was given. Her defense was stellar, particularly when she was tasked with guarding Kate Martin and Tiffany Hayes. Hull's ability to disrupt the Laces' offense was evident.
They have bought in. Up by 6 without Jackie Young, without Alyssa Thomas.
But her lack of playing time remains a mystery. Coach Henry has praised Hull's impact, saying, "Lexi is just who she is. She finds ways to make an impact, even if it doesn't always show up on the stat sheet." Yet despite these glowing remarks, Hull spent most of the game on the bench.
The Laces are 4-0. The Laces did not have Alyssa Thomas. Tiffany Hayes was hurt quite a bit. Steph Dolson fouled out. Kate Martin.
If the Rose want to turn their season around, they'll need to give Hull the minutes she deserves. When the dust settled, the Laces emerged victorious, improving their record to 4-0. The Rose, on the other hand, fell to 1-3, leaving fans and analysts wondering what went wrong. The Laces' teamwork and discipline were on full display, while the Rose's questionable coaching decisions and lack of cohesion proved to be their downfall.
Again, still can't hit a shot. And Kayla McBride is it is between her and Nafisa Collier for
This high-stakes matchup featured the Laces Basketball Club, undefeated and reigning supreme, versus the Rose Basketball Club, a team led by stars like Lexi Hull and Angel Reese. The stage was set in the new unrivaled 3-on-3 basketball league, and the fans were in for a spectacle. But what unfolded was so much more than just a game. The Laces were on fire, yet their challenges, particularly injuries to key players like Alyssa Thomas and Jackie Young, threatened to slow them down. But what happened next would leave everyone questioning their assumptions about team dynamics and individual star power. The Laces, still managing to stay undefeated at 3-0, came into this matchup looking like the league's top dogs. Who could have predicted that after the hype surrounding other teams, the Laces would rise to dominate? A team not reliant on individual superstars, but on a collective effort where teamwork is the cornerstone. Even with key players sidelined, they continued to dazzle with a perfect blend of efficiency and resilience.
Whether it's coaches, your coach, other coaches, and even players have pointed to you as an example of why this is a great format for...
They lead the league not only in scoring defense, but also in rebounds, assists, steals, and point differential statistics that scream teamwork and consistency. What made their performance so impressive wasn't just their stat line, but their ability to fill in the gaps when things weren't going their way. With Kate Martin leading the charge, alongside Kayla McBride, Tiffany Hayes, and Stephanie Dolson, the Laces became a model of efficiency. The perfect example of a team that didn't just play basketball, they redefined what it means to be a team. They didn't rely on individual performances, they excelled because they knew how to leverage each other's strengths. When McBride hit the game-winning shot against the vinyl, it was a symbol of their cohesion, but this game, against the Rose, was bound to push them to their limits. For the Rose, their strategy had been clear. Lexi Hull had been the team's golden ticket.
The WNBA offseason. I mean, what does it feel like for you just to know that you're getting your flowers here and people are recognizing your game and how it fits into this format?
After her breakout game where she scored 19 points in 10 minutes, she was expected to be a central figure moving forward. Yet, in this match, she found herself watching from the bench for far too long. Her minimal playing time became a mystery to fans and players alike, raising questions about the team's management and its faith in Hull. For a player who had proven herself capable of shifting the game, to see her sidelined for most of it was baffling. The coaching decisions from the Rose seemed erratic, inconsistent, and ultimately detrimental to their performance on the court. Meanwhile, the spotlight fell on Angel Reese, whose behavior had garnered as much attention off the court as it had on it. Self-proclaimed as the league's star player, Reese entered this matchup with a point to prove. But instead of a dominant performance, what unfolded was a frustrating series of fouls, poor decision-making, and an inability to maintain her cool. In fact, Reese fouled out in the fourth quarter, a stark contrast to her usual confident self.
Well, that's much appreciated, but I don't know. I've always had confidence in myself, of knowing the type of player that I am, but also...
The frustration was evident, not just from Reese, but from her entire team. Reese had been hyping up this season as her time to shine, but the reality on the court didn't align with her expectations. She struggled to stay composed as the fouls mounted. Instead of contributing, she became a liability. Despite the Rose's efforts to make a comeback, they faltered without Hull's presence and with Reese's struggles. As the game progressed, the Laces' dominance was undeniable. They were playing a different game altogether, while the Rose, still trying to piece together their strategy, were losing ground. One could see the mental and physical strain on the Rose players, particularly when their game plan wasn't coming together. With every turnover, every missed opportunity, it became clear. The Laces were showing them how to play, not just win. For the Laces, Kate Martin's block on Angel Reese was more than just an incredible defensive play. It symbolized everything they stood for. It was a reminder of the power of preparation, focus, and determination. The Laces weren't here to play second fiddle, they were here to dominate, and Martin's move proved it. She didn't just block a shot, she sent a message that echoed throughout the league.
So it's fun because it's 3-on-3 and it's meant to be fun. This is meant to really enjoy the time with your teammates, and like you don't play with these people in the WNBA season, so it makes it really fun getting to know everybody.
It wasn't just about skill, it was about mindset, but this wasn't the only intriguing storyline. Lexi Hull's limited minutes were the talk of the game. After her explosive performance in the previous win, she had become the player everyone believed would lead the Rose back to form. Yet, despite showing flashes of brilliance, she was relegated to the sidelines. Her limited time on the court in this matchup was a point of contention, particularly when it became clear that she was one of the team's best assets. Hull's energy and skill were undeniable, but why was she benched? Could it have been a tactical decision? Or was there something else at play?